Cam Newton, who is expected to be in Patriots camp today. New England is turning the page from 20 seasons in the Tom Brady era. Cam going to New England is so big, my former teammate and Patriot, Rodney Harrison, thinks it can actually make Brady's former teammates forget about the man who brought the franchise 6 Super Bowl titles. Listen to Rodney.
As a player, think about it. If I'm Devin McCourty and I just lose Tom Brady, and all of a sudden in the offseason, I'm like, what the heck is this Jarrett Stidham going to do? As a defense, do we really have to be the number one defense in the league to win now? Then all of a sudden Cam Newton signs, you're like, holy crap, man, we got a legitimate chance. Like, we can win this division. You automatically forget about Tom Brady, and you feel like you give yourself a really legitimate chance of winning that division and getting back into the playoffs and having success.
Joined now by Fox NFL analyst, my boy, Mark Stinky Schlereth. Acho, starting with you, though. Will Cam make the Patriots forget about Brady?
I think he will, bro. You know, when you first hear this soundbite, I started laughing. It was laughable. I was like, that's an asinine quote. But then you think about it, Marcel, it's like any other relationship. Football's not immune to the facts of other relationships. If you're in a relationship, bro, and they attend and y'all end things, man, you're devastated, you're heartbroken, you're distraught. You don't know how to think. You don't know how to feel. But if all of a sudden, a couple months later, another 10 come strolling by, y'all start dating, y'all start seeing each other, you know what? It doesn't undermine, Marcellus, what you had in your previous relationship.
I like it.
It doesn't negate the fact that you shared some intimate moments. You all have several rings, 6 of them. You all have hoisted several trophies together. What matters now is you good. So to a degree, you have forgotten about what you shared. It doesn't take away from it. I'm just saying you forgot about it. So I do think that Cam Newton can make the Patriots forget about Tom Brady because they're not worried about the past. They're only looking forward to the future and how bright the future is with that man, Superman.
Ooh.
Well, I think first off, to forget about Tom Brady, I think that's an insane statement. After 9 championships and 6 world championships, he's gone to 9 in 20 years. You won 6 of them. I mean, I think it's insane to sit there and say a guy like Cam Newton is going to make me forget about Tom Brady. Now, there's going to be some things about Cam Newton that are going to make you excited about playing with Cam Newton, but they're not going to make me forget about Tom Brady. Did you forget about the first love of your life, the first girl? Absolutely not. Yeah, now, you're not going to mention her, but you haven't forgotten about her. Listen, one thing about Cam Newton, is Cam Newton what Cam Newton once was? I don't know. Nobody knows until he plays. Is he healthy? Can he do those things? The one thing that we keep looking at is the outlier of the 8 or 9 games he played under Norv Turner when he was really exceptional. Then the injuries caught up to him. But if you look at the course of his career, he's been a subpar passer when it comes to completion percentage. He's just been an exceptionally gifted athlete. The guy's a he's a freak show of an athlete. Can he combine those two things that he used to have and become Cam that he was, that we remember when he won an MVP? I don't know about that, but he's certainly not going to make me forget about Tom Brady. There's no question. And if Tom Brady lights it up in Tampa and there's a slow start to New England, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be reminiscing about that one that got away. Yeah, there's no question about that in my mind.
Davita Adams, 8th grade. Moved away.
Yeah.
Oh, did I mention it?
You know what I'm talking about.
Whatever. I'm with Rodney Harrison on this one. Stink made strong points, but I'm with Rodney, and I'm not even trying to be sensational. I'm trying to give it to you from 2 perspectives. One, as an athlete, we all get enamored by the bigger, faster, stronger player. And if you look at it from an athletic perspective, talent-based conversation, Cam Newton has been better than Tom Brady at every stage of playing football except the pro level consistently. So that makes you say, man, Tom Brady got into that laboratory with that special scientist by the name of Bill Belichick, and they made up some concoction that we have not seen before that extracted all of your talents. Wait a minute. Is Cam Newton now in that laboratory too?
Dexter's lab.
And is he going to get some of that formula that Belichick poured on Tom Brady? What could that be in your imagination? So from an athletic perspective, every single player on that team is juiced up. I know I would be. Now, let's look at it from the perspective where we keep talking about relationships. It's not on Cam Newton to make you forget about Tom Brady, because I have a friend right now who just finalized a divorce, 2-year proceedings, went through a divorce. And we were talking about people he's met over the course of the last month or so. And his sister told me something that kind of caught me off guard. Because I was like, none of them add up to who you just broke up with and divorced. None of them seem like they had the potential or being the marrying type. And his sister said, but Marcellus, remember this. All they're here to do right now, unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, is to take his mind off of what he went through. Think about that. All Cam Newton has to do is not be better than Tom Brady. Just take your mind off of what Tom Brady's greatness
What they call that,
meant.
Marcellus, like a rebound?
A little rebound.
A little rebound.
And
Give me that.
One year, Cam Newton on the cheap. It's a great rebound. Anyone want to respond to that?
Listen, it's a great rebound, and I'm with you guys from this standpoint. Does it legitimize them again in that division based on what they were going to play with in Stidham, and now they got Cam Newton? Absolutely. If Cam Newton can be healthy and can be the Cam Newton we remember, I am down with that. But by no stretch of the imagination am I ever going to say, hey, I'm going to disregard what Tom Brady did, or I'm going to forget about what Tom Brady did. And the one thing that we all know, because we all played long enough to understand this, I have seen plenty of guys that are great-looking athletes. They can't play a lick of football. And I like to say this, man.
That's facts.
And I've seen this 100 times, man. Yeah. Football is easy for football players. It's hard for athletes. And Tom Brady is really good at playing football, as is Cam Newton. I just want to see the whole package. That's my concern with Cam Newton is, can you be what you were in 2015 and 2016, or are these injuries gonna hurt you on your process and on your progress to being back to what you once were?
I look at it like this. They might not actually forget long-term about Tom Brady, but it may let those Tom Brady emotions fall into the sunken place. Now, Tom Brady is he's the greatest. So it's hard to draw a parallel, but Aaron Rodgers, for a while at least, has made Packers fans forget about Brett Favre. Carson Wentz and Nick Foles has made Eagles fans forget about McNabb. Dak Prescott made Cowboys fans forget about Tony Romo. And Alex Smith had his best year in Kansas City. But Pat Mahomes, as sure as heck, made them forget about Alex Smith. So it all depends on the level of success that Cam Newton has. Tom Brady is forever going to be beloved by New England fans, and they will always remember him. But you just need that little Cam Newton to make you forget for a couple nights. That's it.
Yep, and all you wanted is a chance at the dance, and Cam Newton gives you that.
Download the all-new Fox Sports app now.